Welcome to another episode of One Idea Away, where we're committed to living more fully, deeply, and consciously. Why? Because when we do, we're calmer, we're clearer, we're more connected, more joyful, and much more alive. On this show, we bring you stories of those that are figuring it out just like us, as well as experts who can shed light on the hows and the whys all of this stuff works. So I want to thank you all for tuning in and sharing and reviewing our show. If you haven't done so yet, please drop us a review. Also, subscribe to the podcast on our feed, whether it's on iTunes or whatever app you happen to be using. And if there's something that stands out in the show, do us a favor. If it makes you think of somebody, share it along, because this show is meant to get the conversation started, not just to drop in for a little inspiration. So with that, let's turn to this week's episode. Today's episode is sponsored by, well, us, One Idea Away, and very specifically by the 10 Days to Connection Challenge. You see, we ran this really interesting experience for our community in a slightly smaller way to bring people into greater connection with themselves, to clear away the mental clutter, to detox their hearts so they could be more open and free with the experience of life that they were having. And it went amazing. We received such incredible feedback about how wonderful this process was and how freeing it was for people to really connect to life in a deeper way and move past all the stress and the chatter and all the things that distract us on a day-to-day type of basis that ultimately disconnect us from who we truly are and the life that we love. And so this 10 Days Connection Challenge is meant to help you clear that clutter, that mental chatter that keeps you from connecting to that happier life. It helps you to create the space that you deserve to simply take a breath, to uncover what makes you happy, and to let go of anything that isn't working. You get to detox your mind, detox your heart, and connect to that life that you wish to experience, and learn how to bring it out more in you and in everything that you experience on a day in and day out basis. It's just 5 to 10 minutes a day for a week and a half, and it's one of the most beneficial things you can do for yourself to create that space that you need to connect to the life that's waiting for you. Just go over to oneideaway.com/connect. That's oneideaway.com/connect. And I look forward to joining you there. Hey everyone, as you know, we have been doing something a little bit new here on One Idea Away. Actually, it's really not all that new. It's something old that we've brought back. And that is that we are riffing on some of the issues, the questions, the challenges that come up inside of our One Idea Away community that our members would love to see us explore more. And we've got something that has come up, and I just see this a ton right now. And that is that so many people are out there trying to find their purpose. And I'm going to share up front that I believe that this is an absolutely terrible pursuit. Now, not because purpose is bad. Purpose is truly a wonderful thing, but it's because we are so largely taught to search in completely the wrong places and for completely the wrong ideas. Purpose is not something that can be found outside of you, and it is not about what you do. Purpose is a feeling. It is not a doing. Now, I'm not going to go into it further because I've got two things for you. Number one, the next live cast that we're running on One Idea Away, just go to oneideaway.com/livecast, is specifically on this topic of purpose. But before we do that, I wanted to bring you something very special, which is number two. And number two is an absolute powerhouse in this field, a colleague of mine, and somebody I'm also very blessed to call a dear friend as well. And that's Niurka. Now, Niurka is a transformational leader. She's the author of the book, Supreme Influence, How to Change Your Life with the Power of the Language You Use. She's a trainer of Evolve NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. She's spoken on some of the world's largest stages. She's been a top corporate trainer for Tony Robbins. She's a powerful communicator. And I'm going to tell you right now, she's just fun to know and learn from. And so, Niurka, I want to thank you so much for being here on One Idea Away.
Thank you, Luke. I'm thrilled to be with you.
Outstanding. So I know that you've had the opportunity to work with just tens of thousands of people to create massive transformation in their lives. And specifically at some of the heart of that is helping them to connect to that feeling of purpose so that they can live a much more fulfilled, a much more enriched life. So the big question that I wanted to toss to you today to riff on was, how can someone connect to their real purpose, the one that is true for them?
Beautiful, powerful. Yes, I see so many people that are in this place of discovery about their purpose, and it's really coming into a place of attunement It's like tuning in to the vibration of this purpose, knowing that we live in a vibrational field, vibrational universe. Everything is energy and vibration, and that what shows up in our life is what matches that vibe. And I love the way that you started talking about this, that there's a big misapprehension around this whole idea of purpose. And it's so true, because the presupposition in the whole idea of go find my purpose, I've got to find my purpose. Well, there's a presupposition that's inherent in that conversation, and our lives mirror our conversations. And the inherent presupposition here is that there's something missing. There's something that is missing that you've got to go outside and go find. And when somebody's in that mind state, they will be led astray. And one of the things that's so important to realize is that your subconscious mind and behavior is so often subconscious. It's like we could be, on our way to a particular business meeting, but we're used to driving home, let's say, and we get off on the wrong exit because the subconscious mind is driving so much of our life. Well, one of the prime directives of the subconscious mind is that it works on the process of deductive reasoning. So if somebody is like looking for their purpose because there's something missing, the subconscious mind, because it works off the process of deductive reasoning, will be in that state of searching for the missing, and you will continually be in the gap. You hear so many people talk about bridge the gap from where I am to where I want to be. Well, the presupposition again is that gap. So what I'm most inspired to share here is how you can tune in to your purpose. Not go find it, but tune into it. What is the vibration of this purpose? And first of all, relax and know that you already have a purpose. That's like the first thing. It's just like inhale and exhale and know that you have a purpose, because there's never been anyone like you in the history of the universe. Nobody has your particular perspective, your particular, way of shining your gift, your talent into the world in a way that creates value and beauty and prosperity. So you already have it inherent in you through the nature of your unique essence. Okay. And the first thing is to relax. Because when you're in a space of, I got to go find, the vibration contracts your energy. And in that contraction, it's almost like your vision is veiled, and it becomes a looping, self-fulfilling prophecy of the absence. So I'm going to invite you to, rather than live in bridging the gap of the absence or the seeming absence, to tune into the presence. Know you've already got it. It's within you. Okay. So we're going to tap into the energies. What are the energies? Awareness. Inspiration. So tune in. Where do I feel most inspired? Where do I feel the greatest sense of contribution? What am I most inspired to give people? What lights me up? And you begin to tune into these vibrations, and you'll notice the energy is totally different. It'll come up like this. It'll be like, and those of you that are listening, you can't see my body. My hands are kind of coming out and just kind of expanding. You'll feel it's like a softer energy rather than that rigid, gotta go get, gotta go do, gotta go find. Now, for some, tapping into this vibration may be different than what you've ever felt before, because you might have been in that rat race, got to go make it happen type of energy. So how do you come into that place? Well, one is being mindful. And before you could be mindful, awareness. Be aware of your breath. Breath is so powerful. If you ever catch yourself in one of those moments going, oh my gosh, I haven't found it yet, just pause and tune into your breath. Realize the mind controls the body, but the breath directs the mind. So you just come right back to your breath and go, we've got this. And you reassure yourself, we've got this. I've got a gift to bring into the world, and I'm tuning into it right now. And then you can ask yourself this question: who do you know that's a model of possibility for living their purpose? Not somebody who's trying, because there is no trying in living your purpose. It's an expression. Okay, the flower doesn't try to bloom. Okay, the caterpillar doesn't try to become the butterfly. There's a natural evolution that is inherent within your being. The problem is sometimes people try to rush this process. I know some of you are in different stages of your process than others. So having an awareness of where you are in the stage of your process is important too, because you might be totally on purpose, but you're just early in the stage. Like that caterpillar. He's not going to be going there, I'm not fulfilling my purpose, I should be a butterfly. Okay, it's happening. Just relax into it. And one way to relax into it is, again, know that it's you. Okay. It's an inside out game. It's not an outside in game. And that there's models of possibility. Who is someone who inspires you? Who's a model who's living the full embodiment of their purpose, their gift? They're not getting it or doing it even, they're being it. It's a state of being. And it's not even something that you find, not a find or even be, it's a becoming. Does that make sense? It's a continual becoming. It's a continual blooming. So here's a very powerful exercise that I'm going to gift you that you can do in the mornings when you wake up. You can do it before you go to bed, and it'll begin to create an attunement, because the images in consciousness that you have become attraction patterns. So if somebody has images in consciousness about what isn't happening or what's missing, and they think about those things, they're literally creating a template in consciousness that becomes the attraction of what's going to show up. So we're going to create this new beautiful template of attuning and purpose through this model of possibility. So you don't even have to know who the model of possibility is. It could be Richard Branson. It could be Mother Teresa. It could be Luke. It could be me. It could be whoever inspires you. And what you want to do is sit in your chair. And actually, we could do this right now, unless you're driving, because if you're driving, it might not be the best time to do it. But what you want to do is sit up in your chair and just elongate your spine. And just open up your heart center so you feel a sense of expansion and become aware of your breath. And then just imagine that before you and in front of you is like a big movie screen. And in this movie screen right now, imagine this model of possibility coming onto the movie screen. This is someone who is living the full embodiment of their purpose. You don't need to know them personally, but whoever it is, have them appear on this movie screen totally vivid right now. Notice what you see, notice what you hear, notice what you feel, and have them just show up crystal clear on that screen, and have them be living the full embodiment of that purpose. And notice, how are they breathing? Where's the breath? You'll notice that the breath is very different than somebody who's like, gotta go get it, gotta go make it happen. Where's the breath? Is it deep, expansive breath, or is it a short, shallow breath? Notice, where's the body language? Now, while you're watching this model of possibility, notice you come on the screen next to the model. In other words, you're going to watch you. You're going to watch a version of you. You're going to see yourself, almost like you're seeing yourself in a movie. See yourself walk onto the movie screen right now. See yourself standing next to that model of possibility. Now, begin to come into vibrational resonance with the energy of that living of purpose, that being of purpose. In other words, as the model of possibility is breathing, breathe with that same vibration of this level of leadership, embodied leadership. Where's the shoulders? Notice where the shoulders are. Notice where the body language is. This is so important because your physiology informs your mind. How you move influences how you feel and how you think. So go ahead and begin to move your body, your shoulders, in the same way the model of possibility is moving. Are their shoulders back? Is there a sense of expansion in their body? Notice this distinction, and this is a profound distinction. Are they collapsing into their body, or are they expanding? So you will notice that when you're living your purpose, there's certain things that are happening in your physiology. You'll notice that your breathing is relaxed. You'll notice that your vibration is expansive. You'll notice that your body is elongated. You feel this sense of an opening. You become available. That's another key aspect that happens living your purpose, is you become available to life. So many times somebody can have the perfect person or the perfect opportunity come in, but they had fear, or they had, concern. What if I'm not there? What if I'm not enough? And they miss the opportunity. But not anymore. Now you're feeling the sense of expansion with this model of possibility. And here's what I'm going to have you do for a moment. I'm going to have you make it brighter. Really crystallize this into your consciousness. Make it even crisper. Make it even clearer. Make it even more vivid. Make the colors richer, and allow it to literally make an imprint into your consciousness, almost like there's there's a copy made into your cells. So every cell in your body begins to come into attunement with this vibration. And as your cells come into attunement with this vibration, know that this process has already begun in consciousness. It's already begun. It's you. It's your destiny. So just allow yourself to just merge fully with that feeling. And now here's what you're going to do. Just exhale a deep breath. And now I want you to think of a specific time in the future. I literally want you to think about a time in your future, like a week from now, or maybe 2 weeks from now, or like a month from now. Think of a specific time in your future. Maybe it's a business meeting. Maybe it's a conversation that you're going to have with a particular person. And I want you to go out in consciousness. Literally, it's like you're going to step into your future memory right now. Go out in consciousness and have that conversation in this vibration, in this expansion, with this sense of clear, calm presence, and notice what's different. Matter of fact, let's go out to another future memory. This is very powerful, by the way, for you to be able to rehearse in consciousness without being attached to how things show up. Go out to another future memory. Let's say you've got something you're inspired to create, something about a new business venture or a new, product or service. Go out to a time when you're meeting a particular person or having a particular experience or doing a particular presentation. Go out in consciousness right now as if it's happening right now. This is like a meditation. Close your eyes and go into that moment. And notice what you see, notice what you hear, notice what you feel as you're interacting from this vibration of purpose. It's like, this is who I am, this is why I'm here. Let's do this. You're living from the presence. You're not trying to bridge the gap of the absence. You're it. That which you seek is you, and you know it. You've woken up to it, and how beautiful and how glorious this is. So we're going to go out to just one more future memory. And then after we go out to this one more future memory, you just trust and know that this is crystallizing within your cells. So one more. Just allow yourself. First one that comes to mind is the perfect one. Maybe it's that product that you're creating, that meeting that you're having, or that conversation with that VIP person who can open all these doors of possibility for you, whoever that may be. And just allow yourself to close your eyes for a moment and go out in consciousness. Literally go out to that experience in your mind's eye and go into it and open your mind's eye. Notice what you see, notice what you hear, notice what you feel. Feel yourself fluidly having this conversation. Feel the vibrations of inspiration and joy pulsing through your being. Feel that reflection as all of a sudden it just ignites this new conversation of what you're going to co-create together, and allow that to deeply integrate within every cell of your being. And know that you're on the path. Everything is working in alignment for your greatest good. And it's already done. So relax into it. And now there's going to be action. There's going to be actions that you're going to take. Okay? This is not just about sitting around and waiting for the vibration to come to you. You're going to take action, but you're going to take action from a place of availability and non-attachment, because you know that if it doesn't come through a particular business venture, a particular person, a particular thing, something even greater than you could have ever imagined is going to show up. You're clear on the essence of what it is, and you show up and you say yes to life. So how's that exercise feeling for you?
Niurka, that was absolutely fantastic. A few things. Number one is everybody out there can probably hear Niurka's got quite a bit of energy. Somebody who is very much experiencing and vibrating in their essence and in their purpose. And I guess maybe one thing I wanted to point out, which I think is so unbelievably important about what you just walked through with everybody, Niurka, is for nobody to miss this idea of being available. Right. So when we do walk around with our eyes wide open, and to be available for all of the things that can come into our awareness, all the things that can come in front of us, all of a sudden, that's when, right now you may have something occur and go, oh, well, that was luck. Or, well, that was just some lucky synchronicity. Something just happened. But all of a sudden, when you really, truly are available, and you start looking around and being aware, you realize that's happening for you. all the time. And it is revealing such wonderful, wonderful things. They're going to help you find the direction that is going to resonate, that is going to vibrate with exactly that tone, that feeling of life that you wish to truly experience. And I would even say one more thing to add is that after you do those visualizations of moving yourself into those future events and situations that are going to occur, is after you're done with it, write down a little bit of those experiences in terms of what were the qualities, what did you hear, what were the senses and everything else. And if there's a few fun little tidbits about the situation itself, write those down as well. Because I've done some of this as well in the past and under some of Niurka's direction and some similar. And it's always been amazing to me that I look back at some of those notes, whether it's been a week or a month or a year or longer, and I go, oh, hell, I can check that off my list. There it is. And it's just kind of that, it's fun. It's a little bit of a celebration. You don't have to keep track. We're not Nostradamus here, but it's just a little bit of that fun. And it is very affirming when you actually start to recognize and look back on your path and realize what it is that you've done to set these wheels in motion. And so with that, I just wanted to bring us around to something else, because Niurka has arranged something really, really generous for us as well. And she's arranged a gift for us. And so very specifically, there is something that's coming up in Los Angeles at the beginning of October. It's a special event that Niurka is doing. And she has arranged for the OIA community to attend for free. And this is not something that she normally does. And so let me give you kind of what to do, but let me have Niurka say a few more words on this. If you go to, and Niurka, correct me if I'm wrong, if you go to supremeinfluence.com, you'll go directly to the event that way. And inside, put the promo code of OIA, so for One Idea Away, OIA gift, no spaces, OIA gift. And I can tell you from having seen Niurka speak on numerous occasions, having attended this one-day event in the past, it is filled with not only incredibly insightful information that's going to help you reflect on your life different. Most importantly, it's combined with the action steps, meaning very specifically the scripts of how to move this forward, what to do. So whether you're doing this for yourself, whether you're doing this for clients that you may serve or other people that you may lead, it is something that you benefit from immensely going through this process. But let me turn it over to Niurka to explain really what to just kind of expect a little bit in that one day. And then it's something you can check out online.
Definitely. It is a power-packed day of value where you're going to receive knowledge and strategies and techniques to communicate your vision. And even if you're not clear on what that vision is, I'm going to help you get clear on that. But how do you communicate your vision into reality? And how do you break through any blocks that have clouded that in the past up until now? And one of the things that's very profound about this experience, just like you said, Luke, is that it's so actionable. So you're going to receive the knowledge and the teachings, but you're also going to watch me lead live demonstrations where I'm going to literally say, okay, who in the room has had this area that's been blocking them and they're ready to experience it for the very last time? And I will guide live demonstrations where you have an opportunity to witness transformational breakthroughs in action right before your very eyes. And then I will teach you how specifically I guided that process. I will even give you my custom scripts so that you can practice this not only with yourself, but you can practice this with others, because I'm a big believer that it's in the giving that we receive, and what you give to another flows through you. So the greatest way to mastery is to bring this into yourself and then to share it with others. And it's a power-packed day. It's the most value that I could possibly fit in a one-day experience. It goes from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I only do it once a year. This is our only one happening this year. It's going to be in Los Angeles. It's Saturday, October 6th. The website is Supreme Influence. And because of our relationship, because I'm so fired up about what this community is doing, yes, we've reserved complimentary tickets for those that are hearing right now. Just go to supremeinfluence.com and then all caps with no spaces, put in OIA gift, all caps, no spaces. This will give us an awesome opportunity to see each other face to face and continue the power of this conversation, because really it's the quality of your conversations that shape your results in business, that form your relationships, and that evolve your life. So I'm super inspired to continue this conversation at this event.
It's one of the lessons that I learned very, very early on, which was the power of that communication, the power of our language, the power of our words. And it means so much, not only in terms of directing your life, but what it reveals about what you are really thinking and feeling at any given time. It reveals so much to us, which reveals our blocks as well as our wants, as strengths, as well as some of the limitations we place on ourselves. And when we start to reveal it, when we start to peel that back, when we start to see it all in front of us, and then consciously and mindfully redesign it in the manner that serves us to lead us to the life that we wish to have, truly extraordinary things happen. So I really strongly encourage you to check out the event. As Niurka said, beginning of October in Los Angeles. Go to supremeinfluence.com, OIA gift. Type that in, all caps, no spaces, tap that in. I really hope that you get there. Beyond that, one of the other things that I just want to remind you of, because it just is completely consistent here with what we've talked about with Niurka. And at the end of the day, it's that reminder that we have the power to connect to so much of what we wish to experience in this life. We are designed, we are wired as human beings to connect our thoughts, to connect to others, to connect to our feelings. And when we realize that anything that we wish to experience, anything we wish to bring out inside of our lives, we couldn't want it if we hadn't already experienced it in some way. So it's our job to remember, how do we get back there? How do we reconnect to those pieces and intentionally bring them out in us? And you have just been given a wonderful exercise on how to do that, to connect to your purpose and be available to all that comes after that. Thanks for dropping in on the One Idea Away Riff. Can't wait to speak to you again next week. As always, continue to enjoy the journey. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you really enjoyed it, do me a favor, let us know. You can keep the conversation going and send us a message on our Facebook page, which is simply One Idea Away. Go ahead and tag me in the post or even just direct messages. Also, I would be incredibly grateful if you could share this episode along with someone that you believe could benefit from hearing the ideas and the messages that we got into. That's pretty much why we do this. So you can just go ahead and share it from your app or email it along, whatever works for you. The point is to share, to talk, to discuss, and keep the dialogue going, because it's in those conversations that ideas can take hold and create profound shifts in perspective. That's what allows us to live life more fully, deeply, and consciously. As always, we would love to see you post a review for the podcast in iTunes or whichever app you're using. And until next time, remember, you're never more than one idea away from a whole new reality. This is Luke Iorio and One Idea Away, signing off.